But before we get into all of that, I want to talk to you, dear viewers and listeners, about Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer QC. Now, Sir Keir should be walking around like the cat that got the cream. He's been offered a political moment that's the stuff a leader of Her Majesty's most loyal opposition could only dream of. The Tories are knocking 7 bells out of each other in public. Inflation is higher than one of Elon Musk's space shuttles. And this winter, people have to forego heating if they want to keep eating. But no, even when he's facing Robo-Rishi and lukewarm Liz, Sir Keir, who takes the knee to divisive Marxist outfits like Black Lives Matter, makes clear he couldn't organise a booze-up in a brewery. This week, the former Director of Public Prosecutions, sold to the British public as a fresh start from Boris Johnson, was found guilty of breaching the MP's code of conduct by failing to properly register more than £120,000 in land deals, corporate donations and Premier League tickets. Now, what Sir Keir's office has dismissed as an administrative error amounts to a failure to register on time 8 interests. That's 8 interests. You might think, well, 1 can be forgiven, 2 maybe, but 8 interests, really? Were this Boris Johnson, I've absolutely no doubt, would never hear the end of it. It would be breaking news on the BBC. It would be headline news on newspapers. It would be Bullingdon Boris's shady register of interest. But when it's Sir Keir, there's barely a peep. During his 2020 leadership bid, he promised he'd carry the can for any mistakes. Well, Sir Keir, here's some obvious mistakes. I haven't heard your resignation statement. Is it coming? Do you think he'd let Boris Johnson off lightly for administrative errors? There'd be cries of Conservative corruption. He was forced to apologise to parliamentary ethics watchdog Sir Catherine Stone, and I want you to imagine the headlines on the front page of The Guardian if it was Brexiteer Boris that had to apologise and not second referendum Starmer. And then the footage of Sir Keir on the campaign trail during the leadership campaign was leaked online over recent days. Slippery Starmer stood on the picket line with striking staff. But now he's been banned by shadow cabinet ministers. He's banned shadow cabinet ministers, rather, from attending picket lines. And there's a clip that I'm going to show you. He even sacked one colleague for joining a picket line on everything from his reverse ferret over Jeremy Corbyn over stopping Brexit and his unloyally ability to register his interests properly. If Sir Keir Starmer offers a fresh start, I'd say to you folks, it's hardly sunlit uplands. It appears to be a future in which he squirms and slithers his way out of any drama, out of any trouble, shielded, of course, by the anti-Brexit, left-wing middle-class liberals in our press that see Sir Keir as their man.